Hi everyone, my name is Shauna in case you know, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be doing the ultimate Harry Potter tag. This tag was created by Isabeau's Literary Musings and I will link their YouTube channel down in the description below. So there's 30 questions to this tag that are separated into different categories, and since there's so many questions I'm going to try and do this as quickly as I can. My cat is ripping up one of my posters right now. Poor Ron! She ripped him all up. Oh no. Okay, so for the first category, general, favorite book, Goblet of Fire. I've talked about this nonstop. I love Goblet of Fire so much. Least favorite book, Chamber of Secrets. I'm not a huge Chamber of Secrets gal. Favorite movie, Half-Blood Prince. I know it deviates a lot from the original book, but I really enjoyed that movie and I found it to be really entertaining. Least favorite movie, Chamber of Secrets. So Prisoner of Azkaban used to be my least favorite because I feel like that's the one where the movie like changes so much from the book, especially when it has to do with the Firebolt, and I didn't like how Prisoner of Azkaban ended. But as I've gotten older, I've become less interested in Chamber of Secrets. I just don't like Lockhart, and I felt like Chamber of Secrets was a little like slower than the other ones, so Chamber of Secrets is my least favorite. I love it though. I love every one of the Harry Potter books and movies. Just if I had to choose a least favorite for these, it would be Chamber of Secrets. Favorite quote. My favorite quote is the version that's in the movie and not the version that's in the book. So that is from Order of the Phoenix. You're the weak one and you'll never know love or friendship, and I feel sorry for you. It's just so powerful and it like empowers me to like say it. And when I was bullied and stuff back in middle school and high school, that was sort of like my like motto or like quote that kept coming back to me and sticking with me, because it's what I felt for like the bullies a lot. Like I felt sorry for them because they were the ones that were projecting their problems onto me, and how are they gonna like have good friendships that last if they treat people like crap. So that quote has just always stuck with me. Also, Daniel Radcliffe, his performance with that quote, perfection. Next up is favorite characters. Favorite Weasley, Fred Weasley. I know I like Fred more than George, I just don't really know why. Favorite female character, Gabrielle Delacour, Fleur Delacour's little sister. I've just always related to her and thought that she was like super cute and underrated. Number 8, favorite villain, Tom Riddle, but specifically the Chamber of Secrets version. I don't know why, I just always like that version of Tom Riddle. Number 9, favorite male character, Fred Weasley. And number 10, favorite professor. Ooh, I can't really choose a favorite professor, like it's really hard for me, so I'm just gonna say 2. I like Trelawney a lot and I like McGonagall a lot. Like I like all of the professors, even Umbridge. I like Umbridge. I know, don't judge me for that. But if I had to choose favorites, it would probably be Trelawney or McGonagall, but I can't choose just one. I love them all so much. Would you rather wash Snape's hair or spend a day listening to Lockhart rant about himself? So I hate Lockhart, but I would actually rather listen to Lockhart rant about himself because I cannot stand greasy hair. Like my hair is greasy right now because it's so long that whenever I don't take a shower in like 16 hours then my hair gets greasy. I just cannot stand it, which is why I'm going to be chopping my hair off. But I just don't want to deal with Snape's hair because it's greasy and I don't like that. Next up, Duel an Elated Bellatrix or Duel an Angry Molly. I would choose to duel an Angry Molly because I know that Bellatrix like can do fates worse than death to her opponents, like what she did to Frank and Alice Longbottom. I don't want that happening to me. I'd rather be dead. Number 13, travel to Hogwarts via the Hogwarts Express or a flying car. The Hogwarts Express because I'm afraid of heights, and flying car is like a less reliable airplane and I don't like airplanes. So definitely the Hogwarts Express. Number 14, kiss Voldemort or give Umbridge a bubble bath. Kiss Voldemort because I don't want to see what's under that pink mess that is Umbridge. Like, no. Just, I'll get it over with. I'll kiss Voldemort, and if it's Chamber of Secrets, Tom Riddle, I would gladly do that. So yeah. I mean, also, if we're talking the movies, like, Voldemort would be a good kisser because one of the people who played Voldemort is now in the, like, after movies, which is some sort of, like, romantic, like, smutty movie. So definitely going with Kiss Voldemort for this one. Number 15, ride a hippogriff or ride a firebolt. This is hard because I really like hippogriffs, but the thing is with a hippogriff I'd be like out of control of it, so it'd be like scary for me. Like what if the hippogriff randomly like, I don't know, got distracted and did something crazy? So I'd probably rather ride a firebolt so that I could have my own control over the vehicle that I am riding, although a hippogriff isn't a vehicle, but you know what I mean. Next up is the book to movie adaptation section. Number 16, is there a character which you felt differently about in the movies versus the books? Yes. Don't hate me for this, but I didn't like Hermione in the books. I thought Hermione in the books was somewhat like bratty and she annoyed the crap out of me, but I really like Hermione in the movies. And that's really the only character where my thoughts are like different between the books and the movies. Like, sure, there's some characters that the movies did dirty. Like, the movies stripped their personality away. Jenny. But in terms of like whether I like or dislike a character, it's only Hermione that changed between the books and the movies. Number 17, is there a movie you preferred instead of the books? Yes, I prefer most of the movies to the books, which I know is a very unpopular opinion, but I am not a huge fan of the problematic author's style of writing. And also I feel a little more comfortable now saying I prefer the movies to the books because the movies are less incorporated with the problematic author. Number 18, Richard Harris or Michael Gambon as Dumbledore. I preferred Michael Gambon because he gave us the humor in Half-Blood Prince. I feel like Richard Harris wouldn't have been able to give us that. However, Richard Harris is more like the book version of Dumbledore. So if I were one who was very picky about wanting everything in the movies to be like the books, then I would say Richard Harris, but because I'm not, I would say Michael Gambon. Number 19, your top thing, person or event which wasn't included in the movie that annoyed you the most. I think I've talked about this before, but Harry discovering that you don't see someone on the Marauders map if they're in the room of requirement. And this annoys me that it wasn't in the movie because, as I will rant about for the rest of my life, there's a scene in Deathly Hallows Part 2 which does not make sense if you do not get that context in Half-Blood Prince. And since they took that part of Half-Blood Prince out in Deathly Hallows Part 2, where Hermione's like, he disappeared as they're trying to find Harry on the map, and Ron was like, he must be in the room of requirement. Remember, you discovered that last year. I was like, no you didn't, because you cut that from the movie. So I'm forever going to be pressed about this. Number 20, if you could remake any of the Potter movies, which would it be? None of them. I love all of them. I love them so much. I wouldn't change them. The next section is Hogwarts. Number 21, which house was your first gut feeling you'd be a part of? Gryffindor. I am not a Gryffindor though, but I had a gut feeling I'd be Gryffindor when I first read the series, but I wasn't. I was just caught up with the wanting to be in Harry's house. Number 22, which house are you actually sorted into on Pottermore, which has been renamed to Wizarding World since this tag was created, and that is Hufflepuff. Number 23, which class would be your favorite? Care of Magical Creatures or Herbology? I don't know why, I've just always really liked Herbology, it's always appealed to me, but then some of the magical creatures have appealed to me. But I think I'd say Herbology over Care of Magical Creatures because some of the creatures would probably terrify me to work with. Number 24, which spell did you think would be the most useful to learn? Accio? I think we can all agree Accio would be the most useful. I mean, I lose everything. Like, Hufflepuffs are supposed to be great finders. I'm not great finders, I'm great at losing things. And so I could just be laying in bed like, oh, I don't remember where I placed that thing. I can be like, Accio phone charger, and get my phone charger. It would be awesome. Number 25, which character at Hogwarts do you think you'd instantly become best friends with? I don't think there's any that I'd instantly become best friends with. I feel like I wouldn't necessarily be like a super popular character if I were in Harry Potter. But I think if we're looking at like personality wise, Albus Potter would be one that I'd become best friends with because, I don't know, I really relate to Albus a lot. And so I feel like we'd be able to be good friends. And the final section is Miscellaneous. Number 26, if you could own one of the 3 hollows, which would it be? The invisibility cloak. As you've seen in the books and the movies, there is flaws to the Resurrection Stone and there's flaws to the Elder Wand, and I don't want to deal with those. Number 27, is there any aspect of the books you'd want to change? This could be a character, event, anything. I am not a huge fan of most of the main romances in the books, most of the main like canon ships, so I'd get rid of Hermione. I don't like Ron and Hermione together. I think that Hermione would have been better with Fred or with Draco, and I think Ron, if I had to put him with someone, he'd be good with Luna. So no Hermione, I'd take that out of the books and the movies. Number 28, favorite Marauder. Probably Sirius, but it's always hard to choose between Sirius and Lupin because I like them both so much. Number 29, if you could bring one character back to life, which would it be? I thought long and hard about this, so Fred is my favorite of the characters that died. His death destroyed me, but the one that I feel like should actually come back is Sirius because Harry lost so much that I feel like he deserves to have someone like a family member to him still left, and Sirius was the closest that there was. Like, sure, friends are family, but like Sirius was technically his family because he was his godfather. And the thing is, like, Harry's parents being brought back, I guess, would be okay, but it would drastically change the story. But Sirius, like, gave Harry that hope that he has family left again, and then it was stripped away from him before he could get super duper close with Sirius. So definitely Sirius is the one that I'd bring back, because it would give him some joy and it would make him feel less like he lost all of his family. And the final question is 30, Hollows or Horcruxes? Hollows, because Horcruxes you have to kill people and I do not like murdering. That was all for this tag. I went through it much quicker than I thought I would. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. If you would like to do this tag, I will put all of the questions down in the description below so that you can do this tag. A playlist of all of my other Harry Potter videos will be linked down in the description below. I am a massive Harry Potter fan, so of course I have tons of other Harry Potter videos up on my channel. I upload videos 3 times a week, so my next video will be uploaded next Monday, and I hope to see all of you when that video premieres. Until next time, goodbye!